Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
Estrogen levels peaking. It's like she's in heat.
When are you gonna grow up, man? Chicks love cars. If you want to get into their pants, you better have a nice, hot Ferrari.
She's my hot Ferrari. Besides, I love my Mustang, which is a plug-in hybrid. It gets 100 mpg.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Oh, my eyes!
Welcome to episode 27 of Schlock Talk, wondering just who this fucking Gymkata guy thinks he is anyway, since 2013. I'm Gabe.
Welcome back, Kata.
Oh, Gabe joke. So terrible.
I'm that terrible joke teller.
Paul.
I'm sad to admit I chuckled at that, Craig. I hate you all, Joel.
Joel.
Embarrassed to be here, Alan.
All right, so tonight's movie is Gymkata from 1985, directed by Robert Klaus. Is available on DVD from Warner Brothers Home Video. Paul gave me a copy of this. Thank you.
For Christmas.
I got a copy as well for Christmas.
So Paul has 0 copies of Gymkata. So guys, I'm old. I'm so old. The word whippersnapper has wormed its way into everyday conversation. I'm getting so old, I might have a hankering for a phosphate down at the old sody fountain.
Well, you're gonna have to nudge me away from my sarsaparilla.
I'm so old, I can play my scrotum like a bell clapper between my knees.
Somebody help me pick my ball sack up off the floor.
I'm so old that I remember when Gymkata came out, and I thought, wow, that looks rad. Keeping in mind I was still of the mindset that Megaforce from a few years earlier was pretty freaking sweet too, and if some fucker was going to try and tell me that Barry Bostwick's silver spandex jumpsuit and braided baby blue headband were not the height of manliness, that fucker was going to get his ass punched. No, when I saw the trailer for Gymkata and watched Kurt Thomas amble his way into the courtyard with the strategically placed pommel horse, I knew shit was about to get real, even though at that time I had no idea how real shit could truly get.
So did this make you want to, become a fag? I mean, take up gymnastics?
I should say, too.
Did it make you want to swing around on all kinds of people's poles?
I should say, too, that I had nerdgasms at the trailer for Prometheus. Just a little over.
I said the fag word, and I'm sorry for offending you, Craig.
Did we mean we meant? Did you want to be one of those gym homos? That's what we meant.
Stamos. Do you want to be a Stamos?
You want to be a Stamos. I should say, too, that I had nerdgasms at the trailer for Prometheus just a little over 2 years ago and told people I had not held a movie in such semi-hard state of anticipatory excitement since I had yet to sprout my first pubes when Return of the Jedi was heading for its initial big screen run.
Do we need to bring Return of the Jedi into the scene with
what is Return?
Do we need to bring your pubes into the conversation?
And I should say, too, that although Prometheus turned out to be one of the most disappointing cinematic cock teases of all time, and may have even turned me permanently movie gay, when they announced the entirely unexpected sequel about the adventures of the girl with the dragon tattoo and robot young Magneto, I said out loud to no one in particular, "Oh, that sounds rad."
You said it to me. We were together.
Together.
And I agreed.
And you screamed while I was sleeping.
While your dick was still inside his ass.
No, Prometheus, when we went and saw that, it was like for us, it was like our vision quest. It was like a religious experience.
Yeah, I remember everyone getting all pumped up about that, but I can smell bullshit in the trailer. And you guys need to work on your bullshit smelling skills.
He did. Even before the movie came out, he's like, no, this is bullshit. Nope. This is going to be terrible.
I'm not seeing it.
Ridley Scott's first science fiction film in 1,000 years.
You want to know how I can tell? Okay, look at the Seventh Son trailer. You've probably seen it in a lot of theaters coming out now. And it doesn't tell you this. You missed it, but it says written and directed by special fucking effects. That's how you know it's a shit show.
What is the Seventh Son?
I don't know, but it's a special effects spectacular shit.
Is that what?
He's the seventh son of a seventh son of a seventh son of a penis.
Oh, I love that song. Hey, what does that have to do with Prometheus and aliens and?
Oh, it's a very similar trailer. It's a complete special effects fucking jerk-off scene. You know, like when you're watching pornos and the girls like
the
have a cum on
SpongeBob
their face
porno
and everything? Pretty much.
No, don't deface the SpongeBob porno.
We're sorry, SpongeBob porno.
Square nuts. Come on.
Who lives in a vibrator under the sea?
So you guys all watched Gymkata last night, right?
We did.
We did.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so Gymkata opens with a young man doing gymnastics, and somewhere, Lance Stargrove sheds a single tear onto his trampoline.
Stargrove.
And the heartbeat music on the score led me to believe this is going to be just like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Only these special effects were not as cool.
Yes.
Tom Savini was nowhere to be found.
And the music had nothing on Never Too Young to Die. Not a thing.
I just want to clarify that Rob Bottin did the special effects on The Thing.
Was Savini not even there?
No.
Am I just thinking of another thing?
I think so. Am
I thinking of things?
So meanwhile, in a foreign land, a man on foot is being chased by bad guys on horseback. And I would like to note that he had on some wicked Kelly Green pants.
Yes, he does.
So the man comes to a gorge with ropes spanning across it, and this area is also guarded by Yugoslavian ninjas.
Parmistanis.
Yes, Parmistanis. Listen, that is a racial slur, Joel. You don't call them Parmistanis.
Come on, it's Parmesan
stand.
stand.
Italians get their cheese from.
Yes. So the main bad guy draws his bow and aims it at the man, whose name we find out
to a Gasso.
Is what? What's a Gasso?
A Gasso stand.
Asiago.
Yeah, Asiago stand.
Okay,
right next to Cheddarville.
And this guy, I mean,
Cheddarville.
He's, it's kind of funny
how Paul needs a few less beers at this point in time.
When these scenes are opening up, right? This sort of montage of the high bar spinning around in twirly twirls.
Gutenberg?
We thought we were transported back to like the 18th and the 17th century with the Mongols riding the horses.
I just have to know, Paul, how many times have you gone to the store and asked them for a Gasso?
They're always out. I don't get it, man. It's like fucking restock that shit. Do you have any Agasso?
Apparently, a Gasso means I'd like to be escorted out by security.
When are you gonna get some Agasso in?
Why do Parmigiani ninjas wear the hats from Devo?
Devo's rad.
Because I was wondering, at first, you can't tell, but I thought maybe Gymkata was like a Back to the Future prequel or some shit like that, because we were flashing the Mongols on horses and everything. And this handsome Kevin Sorbo, Chuck Norris mishmash of an antagonist.
Do I sense a man crush?
Yeah. With his single braided strand of ponytail. It's like
Joel would very much like to get into a mustache duel with him.
Exactly. Just put us in the cage. Me and, I don't know, a pair of black briefs and him and his Tina Turner black fuzzy boots. Let's see who the real master is.
So the guy who's crossing the gorge. We find out that his name is Cabot, and he tells this guy that he's here to play the game, but the bad guy shoots him with the arrow anyway. And so, following this, we have several shots of Cabot's son John's moose knuckle on the parallel bars, and he's met by a CIA agent who says he wants him to infiltrate Parmistan and play the game.
Yeah, what was his whole reason behind that? Like,
they set up a satellite.
Yeah.
They want to set up a satellite
for
over
Star
the
Wars, right? For the
because it was
Reagan
the Cold
Star
War
Wars
and shit like that.
Yes. Yeah, but the gym guy asks him like, "Well, why don't you guys just send over like military operatives?" He goes, "Oh, clandestine operatives? That's so taboo." So what? You're gonna send in untrained gymnasts instead?
You can't just fucking fire the satellite up from the fucking U.S. and have it orbit towards and above Parmistan.
I think
the people who would fucking point at it and fucking beat on their chest because they just discovered fire and thought the gods were staring upon them.
Given the look of the people,
well, it might accidentally drop a Coke bottle and then all.
Given the looks,
the gods might be angry.
Couldn't they have just offered them, I don't know, a dentist to fucking get this thing set up there? God knows they could use one.
Or at least an undiseased hand job for every citizen.
A ham would have bought you an acre of land easy in this place.
A beautiful woman would have started a coup.
Yeah. So the CIA agent, he introduces John to the princess of Parmesan, as well as some trainers who will teach him how to win the game, and he tells him that they will make gymnastics training look like finger painting, which sort of rhymes. And the princess immediately hogties John and runs the rope across his vagina.
You know what? This training montage was one of the greatest things ever.
No, it really wasn't.
And so, yes, during the training montage, we get several more shots of John's no doubt fragrant groin region as he attempts to climb the stairs of the chateau on his hands. And the martial arts trainer then grabs him by the ankles in what it will turn out to be the first and only standing 96 position in film history.
I liked it when the guy had the little hook sword thingies, and he's whipping them around himself, and he's blindfolded. And you know what? You know that's going to come back later in the movie to be important.
Exactly.
But it really doesn't, because it
Neither does the going up the stairs on his hands.
Yeah, sadly,
or him sitting in the wheelbarrow full of leaves.
He's training on the staff fighting, and the other guy just sort of stands there and lets him put his staff around behind his leg.
It's not really staff as much as it's like a quarter of a fucking log.
Quarter log.
And it's funny, too, because he's got the fucking overhand little rope lattice or whatever that he's going across, and something tells me this guy, being a gymnast, shouldn't have difficulty with upper body strength.
And so, sorry, I lost my spot.
You're right next to Seduction by Flip. I
Yes.
can imagine that's the next portion.
Seduction by Flip.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
That's what happens, man.
So then, as if to defy all societal norms of decency and good, John kisses the princess. These people are clearly the kind of deviants we know today as Tumblr users.
God damn those Tumblr
First he
users.
does 2 weird flips.
He does do 2
No,
weird
it's like
flips.
4.
Yeah, it's 4. He flips forward, he looks at her,
He has a
and then he flips
conversation.
away, and then he flips forward again and looks at her, and then he flips away, and they kiss, and she pops out a switchblade.
You know,
he says, I guess I can't trust anybody, can I?
I think it's
Spoiler
because
alert,
our
there is
version-
no switchblade training or switchblade negotiating in the game itself.
It's sad.
So, go ahead, Craig.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure how the Slavic Asian lady is so impressed by his abilities that she decides to have...
Slavic Asian lady?
That she's
a Slavic Asian lady. She is.
Her father is Slavic from Parmesan Stan. No one gets to see her mother. But I do love the fact that her and her father have completely fucking different accents.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's nothing
it's as
at
if
all.
Her father had sex with the entire Asian genome.
That's because she was raised in Asago.
Listen, this guy in
Don't you
Osago.
mean Asago or whatever the fuck you were talking about? Agasso?
Listen, this guy, this king, has totally been approached by Woody Allen and Mel Brooks, who asked him to tone it down with the Jewish thing a little bit.
Going a little overboard, if you get my drift.
Yeah,
So-
I think for him to do that, he'd need a nose job, body shape.
And meanwhile, during their kissing scene, we get to see the switchblade falling into a perfectly shaped notch inside the wood post in reverse. At least shot in reverse.
So John and the princess and a couple of the CIA guys travel to a town on the Caspian Sea where John's outfitted with weapons before he and the princess will head into Parmesan via pack mule, we're told. And they stop at an outdoor market where a guy spits in John's face and says, "Yankee, go home!" I'm assuming he's a Red Sox fan.
Can we talk about their handler first off? This fucking guy with his bald head.
It's fucking Lenin. It's fucking...
Seriously, this guy...
Mother Russia's Lenin.
This guy has got like Russian dictator written all... Russian dick, at the very least, just written all over his face. This guy, I mean, you look at him and the only thing you can think of is, when will he betray everybody? And your answer is about 5 minutes later. You know.
How long are the bread lines?
Shortly, maybe after starving his entire country and mass murdering protesters.
So right after he gets spit in the face, the 2 CIA guys that they're with get killed, and the princess gets kidnapped. And while searching for the princess, Gymkata's several swarthy Eastern European gentlemen and or evil townsfolk from Resident Evil 4.
No, there's no swarthy Europeans. These people are straight up fucking white.
They're straight up white guys.
Oh, okay.
Straight up fucking white.
And they're like so unintimidating white.
Yeah.
They're like me.
British.
Like if you saw me in a turban and
Are we glazing over some
and a bed sheet.
I don't know.
Because we missed the scene where he gets the switchblade launcher that comes in so much handy later.
Stalin gives him this gadget,
like
which is basically a switchblade that fucking fires a blade instead of just extending it.
Yeah, I think I said that he was
Spoiler
outfitted
alert,
with weapons.
never fucking used as any kind of plot device in the movie whatsoever.
They do that a lot. There's a lot of things in the movie where it seems like they're going to be a callback later on in the movie, and it never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of that.
When is that going to come into play? When is that going to come into play? And
then we get to the
But even then, when we get to what's his face, the Randy Quaid mustache guy spitting in his face. What triggers the chase is that all of a sudden, like, the fucking dude next to him has an arrow in his chest.
Which was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
we all applauded the fact that just suddenly, for no reason, it's just pop! And you just see a guy, like, fall over with an arrow.
It was kind of like that porn gif you showed us earlier.
Yes.
Except with an arrow and a dude.
Yes.
Instead of a cow and a dick. That was traumatizing, dude.
So the Colonel is the Stalin guy, or the
He's the guy who runs the chicken factory that sells it. No,
right.
No, that's Kentucky Fried Chicken. Wrong, go back.
Yeah.
The Colonel who they'd met with earlier, Lenin.
Yeah,
Who he tells John that the princess was captured by a criminal gang, and so John goes to the gang hideout and is chased by a bunch.
We got to go to that first fight scene first, where he's chasing.
This
the
is
arrow
where
guys.
the Gymkata first
And
starts.
it's like,
this is what we paid to see, Gabe.
You got to see the cutaway scenes. The guy jumps up to do like a kick, and you can totally tell that it stops for a second, and then it comes back in, and suddenly his legs are extended. He just kicked two guys.
Right.
Because apparently they had to like throw him in the air to get that to work properly. This guy has no fucking karate skills. Let's be honest.
And you
There's
know,
a lot of.
But he can do the
he's
splits.
doing the typical gymnast stuff, and he does this thing where he just does a cartwheel in front of a guy, and the guy fucking falls the fuck down.
He's just like, oh my god!
Like he made him dizzy.
In front
He
of
made
me.
him
I'm
dizzy.
so
These people are so poor; they haven't seen cut rate acrobatics. You know,
It sounds like you guys are underestimating
You know,
the
they
power
are
of
really
Gymkata.
lucky that he didn't pull out the ribbon sticks.
like what did he do? Did he cause a little mini hurricane in that cartwheel and just knock the guy over? And
Oh, man. Maybe it was just the way his BO.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
his freaking
It's a
nut
vortex.
and then he does sort of a knuck, and it's just crazy.
I think it's the smell of his balls.
And then he just rolls over a guy.
Grabs his pants for no particular reason. I don't know what.
Whenever his
giving
groin
him-
gets near
he's
people's
giving him
faces,
a hand
they
job
just
in the
fall
middle
over.
of the fight for no. I guess he felt bad that he beat him up.
Whenever his groin gets near people's faces. Which explains why the entire audience fainted when he was walking up the stairs on his hands, because the camera's like 6 inches.
That angle was. I saw a nut pop out.
Super
the side,
unfortunate.
I was so thankful it wasn't in 3D at that point.
I'm not thankful.
So John is able,
teabagged at the
by the guy on the
in
screen.
reverse.
So John is able to find the bad guy's lair, where the gang has the princess, and after barely surviving an attack from a 70-year-old man who appears to have a scorching case of rickets, he's able to grab the princess and escape.
It's just like some random dude who's hunchbacked. He's got a scar running from his forehead down one of his eyes.
Yeah.
So you know he's not the nicest guy you're probably going to meet. And wasn't he patrolling with like a hatchet in his hand or some shit like that? Just like, how obvious a fucking guy. Rent a Thug has better people than these people. They need to.
So John and the princess, they get chased through the town by guys with aim so bad, they'd have Imperial stormtroopers call them fags.
Yeah. Oh, we made that exact joke, I think, during the whole time
Yeah.
they were
Gabe,
doing
you're
that.
like missing over like some of these crucial
Oh my
scenes.
God.
No, it's
Yeah, it's
Gymkata.
constantly saying stormtroopers were laughing at these assholes.
That was pretty much
You
it.
forget that when he was knocking around, walking around the streets of Venice like some dumb fuck Pink Panther.
Caspian Sea.
Yeah. Okay, so but then he like gets this scene where he's being chased by some goons, and he happens to find an alley with a conveniently grouted high bar.
No, you guys said that.
No, we were talking about his
Oh, another
acrobatic
time.
That was a whole other
Jackie
fight scene.
Chan-y stuff after the Arrow assassination. But he finds this perfectly nice high bar, and he just starts twirling around, and they just start walking in like
No,
one
and-
after the other.
this guy-
That goes back to my intro because his hands are automatically like covered with
Yeah.
white chalk.
It's like he just naturally exfoliates chalk or some shit like that.
Seriously. Every
time he sees that highway, he just gets the sweats and bam, chalk hands.
And the people in the houses around
It's that
are
diet
like,
of talcum powder.
They're all pissed. They're like, that's where I hang my fucking towels. What are you using this for?
Are you gonna pay me for that?
I just put that
my
in
TV
the
reception
building.
is fucked. Get off of that.
He twirls around like as stupid and as clumsily as like one of those stupid birds that waters themselves. I don't know what they're called.
Drinking bird.
And the goons just walk in one at a time, and it's amazing. He doesn't break his feet or anything, but then some poor little guy on a bicycle is just trying to take a shortcut home, and he takes his ass out too.
Yep.
Hey, at least he apologizes.
And he's just done. Are you okay?
You're gonna be
And then
fine.
he just kind of walks away from him. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, I can't really focus on anything.
I'm
while
being chased.
twirling.
I'm not gonna steal your bike though.
So is this the point at which the cars start chasing after them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's still going, and I mean, they give chase.
Okay, here's... Oh, yeah. They got...
I'm looking at my note right here. And then...
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, no. So, anyway, one of the cars chasing them.
Wait, you forgot the part where F. Murray Abraham is walking down the stairs.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that was the part. He's got an axe in his hand. He looks like Abe Lincoln on crack.
And he fucking acts as a fire extinguisher.
He's like, I should have won for Amadeus.
Thankfully, he's about to kill our substitute Stargrove. Never mind, I lost track of my thought.
You pulled a Paul.
I was gonna say something about being shot in the back of the head at a theater. It lost all its resourcefulness.
So one of the cars that's chasing after them flips over on some cardboard boxes. Little known fact, the Caspian Sea area is well known for the durability of its cardboard boxes.
Yeah, I saw that Chronicles
Yeah, I
of
would call
Narnia.
that.
Prince Caspian.
But we're forgetting the scene where Robert De Niro was chasing him down.
Jesus Christ!
Gabe, did you watch
He
this
let
movie?
himself fucking go.
Dude, that's
For
fucking
this role.
Columbo. He's solving a mystery,
He
man.
gained 20 pounds, and he lost a lot of acting ability to be able to star in this movie.
Peter
Look at that
Falk?
trench coat.
You motherfucker! I'm gonna shoot your bottles.
Yeah, those poor bottles. Every other scene, there were bottles being massacred by machine
My mother
guns.
was killed by a bottle.
Fuck you, bottle.
So we're doing this one in real time? Is that what we're doing?
No,
I guess kind of, but
you should be missing stuff, man.
Gabe, did you fucking watch these?
I only
movies, like,
watched
3
this one
times?
once.
Okay,
I only
you
watched it
this
once.
one
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. So are you John and the princess? They're able to get back to the Colonel, Lennon, but he's actually a double agent, and the CIA
Who
agent.
saw that coming?
Yeah, from the beginning of the movie, is able to kill him right before he's about to shoot them. And the next morning, the two of them are on their donkey caravan on the way to Parmistan. And as John and the princess are river rafting their way.
I like how they river raft for no. But they've got like this track of mules carrying all their luggage and everything, and suddenly they're just in a raft going down a river.
Yeah.
With no
No
supplies.
explanation.
No
No
explanation
fucking
at all.
nothing. Just all of a sudden rafting the river. What the fuck's going on?
And then you got ninjas riding down the river. You know, Mongol ninja Parmesanis.
And then, so...
Parmesanis.
Parmesan.
Parmesanis.
Parmesan
Parmesanis.
trees breadies.
It's the same thing.
Did I say trees breadies?
I don't know what
You
this
did.
I have no clue. Sometimes I drown you out.
So, as you said, John and the princess are river rafting their way, and they're stalked by the Slavic ninjas. And with the power of his navy blue mock turtleneck, John is able to fight off most of the ninjas before he gets knocked out.
Knock the fuck out.
Man, he was doing some badass ninja moves himself with his flips and his other flips and his...
Guy with the
And that's
flips.
just his
Fuck that
hair.
dude with the flips, man.
At least, you know, like all Parmesani ninjas, they have a code that they can only fight him one at a time. That is very important.
Even though they're not from Japan, they're from Parmesan. They still know the ninja code.
That's right. So, yeah, never mind. I'm not even going to go into that. Just keep going. Good. You're good.
So,
Wow.
when
Does
John...
anyone else find this fight a little bit grating?
Because it's Parmesani.
My God.
Oh, we got 2 Gabes in the house. Gabe number 2. Did you
man.
watch the movie?
I gotta say, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
I'm sick and tired of your...
Don't worry, my jokes will get cheddar.
I'm sick and tired of your cheesy jokes.
Oh, God.
Seriously, it smells like fucking Limburger in here.
Cheese whiz.
So when John comes to in a bed in the castle,
Oh, that was a scary part right there.
Yeah, with the
if I
maid.
came to that, I would just be running and screaming like motherfucking madness.
But eventually he's
missing molar.
Can you describe the maid for us? Please,
I
you
can't.
have to give vivid details.
You guys do it. You got it on your monitor right there.
Okay, basically, if anybody's ever seen the X-Files movie, Fight the Future, where the young child is like finds the skull in the ground and then the black oil like comes and like possesses him. This is basically that child if he was like a 90-year-old woman. And instead of his eyes filling with the black oil, it's his mouth.
I'm pretty sure this is the mother of the vampire character. Was it the Max Shrek character, whatever his name was? The
From Nosferatu.
Yes, the hideous face and the nose. This is like a relation of his somehow, because she is fucking hideous.
You always talk about how my pug, freaks you out because of her eyes always look like they're going to pop out of her head.
They do.
You know what? This woman, she needs to take it easy. Because if she starts to try to look out of her peripheral vision, there's going to be a mess.
She's got the teeth of a professional hockey player.
She has no teeth.
That is the teeth of a professional hockey player.
She's got black gums.
Ugh.
Yeah, quite freaky looking, and I can only imagine the rigorous,
but comfortable.
Hand jobs.
Let me tell you, that is
while he was
comfortable. Those black gums.
I love how eventually
like, no, it's okay. I am the royal fluffer. You're fine. You're safe.
The hero, I forget his name. I don't know. Max Stargrove. He wakes up, sees this woman, is like, "Oh my fucking god, get away from me!" And then later, just kind of like, whatever, just stroke my face.
He was all like, "Hey, I'll call you."
I'll tell you, I saw this last night and I stopped chewing. I'm done.
That shit is wrong.
So after the initial meeting with the maid, he's confronted by Agrobeard, the guy who shot his dad.
The guy who Joel has a sexual attraction.
Yes.
Hey, did you notice that his earring in his left ear is a little tiny ninja dagger? Yeah.
You can cut the sexual tension with a really, really gay knife.
I think you mean straight razor. Because they want to shave each other.
He's just so adorable. Like, I mean,
I will say this: that man can groom a fucking beard like no one I know. It's good.
Like that's a fucking art there, and but still, he has this look. He's looking at whatever Gymkata Lee or whatever.
John.
I think when they
his name is so
take
hard
lessons
to
from
remember.
me in trimming a beard.
Yeah. And he's just got this longing look in his eye, like I don't know if I want to murder you.
Obviously, the stylist from Iron Man had seen this movie.
Don't know if I want to fight you or fuck you. That's pretty much.
How about both?
So John goes to meet the king, who explains the game to him and the other guys who are there to compete. He says that there are judges along the way who will direct them where to go.
Do we have any backstory on why the fuck this poor-ass country has a game where they have people just fucking being hunted?
They say something about that it's like 900 years old or something.
Oh, so it's tradition carried down from, I don't know, Babylon?
Okay. Also, who gives a fuck if like 30 people in the middle of Parmesanistan sees this damn thing?
Guys, you missed this. It's in the outtakes, but there's a time machine and a video of Deadly Prey gets sent back in time.
Did they send a DVD player as well, Paul?
VHS.
Did they send a VHS player back as well as a TV and energy?
A generator on the side there. It's a very complex thing.
Actually, what they sent was the actual film, and they held it up to the sun.
Yeah. One frame at a time.
And they acted the scenes out.
So we also learned that there are 3 criminals who will be participating in the game as well. And the criminals are allowed to start the game slightly ahead of the guy and his... No?
No, second dog.
Oh, okay. Slightly ahead of Agrobeard and several of the Slavic ninjas, the Slinjas. They chase after and try and kill them. It's also clear that all of the guys were put in prison for the worst of all offenses in Parmesan, terrible fake beards.
Yeah.
And so Zamir, Agrobeard, complains that the criminals never last very long.
And lo and behold, they don't last very long.
Yes.
And so back in the town, Agrobeard shows off his pecs during the banquet while Slinges with nets hit each other on horseback as everyone waits for comb-over Mel Brooks to address the people.
I still say
Toboggan Mel Brooks.
Toboggan.
Geraldo- I see some Geraldo.
Yeah, his
Rivera.
crown is a fucking toboggan with, I don't know, a
A
piece of
toboggan?
polished shit for a jewel.
And so John asks about his dad, but the king says he was not victorious.
'cause-
Although anytime you die while this guy was with this guy as your son seems like it should count as a win to me. No?
That seems rude, Gabe.
Well,
Why did you go there?
Sorry.
wait.
Sorry.
I need to explain his
That one
headdress.
stepped over the line.
It's too far. Too far.
The king's headdress was because they also, in the same time machine incident, sent back a copy of the John Candy Jamaican Sled Team movie.
Cool Runnings?
Yes.
How could you not remember that?
Well, I remember John Candy and Jamaican
Jamaicans.
Sled Team.
So they
Sure it was Cool Runnings you watched?
they sent those two high points of Western culture, Deadly Prey and Cool Runnings.
You know,
No wonder they made it into Parmesan's dad.
no wonder they made a game where you kill each other.
If this is the future, there's no point in living.
Also during this time, the king announces that the princess is going to marry Agrobeard.
Yeah.
And one of the participants, Thorg,
Seriously, this guy's a WWE fucking guy.
that's his fucking name though in the movie, is
Thorg.
Thorg.
Yeah.
He refuses to shake John's hand, even though they have previously known each other, and this causes Agrobeard
Wait,
to
how
whip.
did they previously know each other?
He says that they competed together or something.
Yeah, not in gymnastics. Not this big
Yeah,
fucking
she
shit.
doesn't look like a gymnast to me.
And then this causes Agrobeard to whip some dudes around in an old European style mosh pit. He then tells John to leave the princess alone, Agrobeard, because she belongs to him.
But John refuses to admit that she has his semen inside of him right now. So
And I have to say, I sense a sissy boy slap fight in these guys' future. John holds a knife to the neck of the creepy chambermaid lady and tells her to have the princess meet him in the garden.
she thinks it's role playing and gets sexually aroused.
Yes.
Frightening.
She can't control herself.
The princess tells John that she's marrying Agrobeard as a tradition, but it will tear her country apart, presumably because this will mean Parmesan's biggest gay icon will now be off the market.
Gutenberg is going to invade.
Gutenberg.
This marriage is a sham.
The next day, at the starting line of the game, the king says there will be a royal wedding today as well.
Oh, wow. Way
And-
to consolidate.
Yes, and right out of the gate, Thorg is a total dick, and he trips John and then kicks him right in the mullet. And Agrobeard then leaves before he has been granted permission by the king and takes off immediately after John. And so, Agrobeard and the Slinges chase John into a cornfield, but he's able to elude them and get to the rope to climb up the side of the
Did
cliff.
you guys used to watch that Saturday mornings? It came on right after Josie and the Pussycats.
Agrobeard and the Slinges.
Yes.
They were really good about those touring kids and their musicals.
They had that talking dune buggy. Oh, God. He's hilarious.
So this makes me understand when they say that the Indians introduced us to corn. They meant the Indians in Parmesan who've been growing it for centuries. I was always confused. I thought it was our Indians.
Yeah, that's
No,
okay.
First of all, you're
It's a
confusing.
common mistake.
You're confusing corn for porn.
Did the Native Americans introduce us to corn?
Syphilis.
I will go thanking them right now.
And which
I'm going
is,
to go to my local casino and thank them very much.
So the Slinges shoot one of the climbing guys with an arrow, and they light John's rope on fire, but he makes it to the top just in time.
Which
And
is a
that was
little weird,
cheating.
right? Because,
That was
like,
cheating.
apparently, like, when the criminals were running away, it was against the rules to shoot them while they were climbing up the rope. You could only, like, kick them in the head once they were climbing
Yeah,
the
but
ledge
if you
at the
really
top.
want to kill a fucker.
I can't argue with that anymore.
Agrobeard really wants to
Yeah.
kill this
It's just kind
fucker.
of weird. It seems like Agrobeard's making the rules up as he goes along.
The confusing part is, why didn't he just shoot Stargrove, and he shot the guy next to him instead? It would
think
have
he
been a
just
much
missed,
simpler
right?
Movie if he'd have killed Stargrove. I'm just saying, it would have been easier.
I can keep it calm, Stargrove.
I'm not going to stop.
It's
That is who he is
Stargrove.
in this movie to me. He is Stargrove.
So there's an Asian competitor who's wearing some amazing red Asics sneakers, and he manages to get across the ropes over the gorge, but the Slinges kill one of the other guys. And
That's
John John is almost all the way across as well, but Agrobeard cuts the rope with his scimitar.
When he's a whole 4 inches from the top.
Yeah.
3-inch fall before he hits the wall and he climbs up it. Way to go, dude. You actually made it easier for him.
And while this is happening, Thorg and the Asian guy duke it out, and Thorg strangles him and doesn't even bother to take his sweet-ass kicks. So John...
Well, obviously they wouldn't fit.
John confronts Thorg because of foot binding.
Yeah, and by the way, was there any...
Keep those Asian girl feet small.
Sorry, but
the only other Asian girl.
Are the rules of the game like a last man standing kind of fucking thing?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Never explained.
I never understood Thorg's wanting to just murder this poor little Asian kid with these sweet Asics.
The winner is granted one wish, and I think you win by getting across some imaginary finish line after completing this track course.
What could you fucking... How could Parmesan fulfill any fucking wish you fucking have?
Well, Alan,
I want to sleep with 400 ugly bitches.
Oh, we can make that
Tongue,
happen.
sir!
Alan and I
extra bread
we had the
once
privilege
a week.
of interviewing Thorg. So we got some insight into his character.
Oh, you guys...
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Well, basically, Thorg is a tortured soul.
Did his mom not hug him enough as a child?
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but he was forced to take steroids
Oh.
at an early age.
His mother was injecting
His mother-
him into her boobs and nursing him with
His mother
sweet,
was
sweet
Mark
steroids.
McGuire.
I heard,
Yeah.
and this is secondhand, I can't confirm this. I heard that he was injected with the sweat of Andre the Giant's in order to help him get that size.
No, I heard he
Who's
nursed
it?
from Andre the
Grace or Grace
Giant's
Madison?
sweet, sweet penis.
Grace?
Or Grace Manson.
Oh, we gotta take a break because Paul's daughter needs to talk to him about the meaning of life.
Tell her her yowie's hidden under my bed.
You realize she's just fucking with you when she wants to ask you where babies come from. She fucking knows now.
Welcome to Schlock Talk. Thanks for calling.
I need to talk to my dad.
No, you don't.
What do you need?
Hi, honey. How can I help you?
What can you tell him you can't tell all of us?
No, I just need to know what time Dave's leaving, so if we can go out to a store.
Go to a store. Do you have a bus pass?
How old are you again?
These are 18 and 17-year-old people.
Yes.
18 and 17-year-old
Grown
people?
adults.
Are you
I
sure
would like
they're
you to
people?
prove that to me.
Can you get a cab?
Can we do DNA testings to prove that they're people?
What
Ladies and
store are you
gentlemen,
guys
we have a
going to?
fan calling into the show.
I don't know.
What are you buying?
Can I get you guys like a dual bike?
Go out because she's a loser.
What's your favorite Schlock Talk podcast so far? Let's work this into the podcast.
None of them. Fuck you. Get off the phone.
Okay, what was your favorite thing about them?
I never have listened to any of them.
All
Not even
who's your
Star
favorite-
Crash?
Who's your favorite podcaster? And I know that the right answer is Joel, by the way.
I'm my favorite podcaster. I was on it once and I'm my favorite.
That was your favorite? No,
I'm
no.
my favorite.
The cameo appearances don't count. Who's your favorite full-time Schlocker?
Grace, we can't give you an answer until you tell us.
My dad?
Wrong.
I told you the right answer was Joel.
Per DNA testing, that could be any of us.
You won't be winning the prize giveaway, unfortunately, but we will send you an autographed photo of both of us hugging naked.
Along with a hung like a horse thief t-shirt.
What time?
Hey, thanks for calling, our favorite fan.
We'll
Thank you for calling,
we'll
person
probably
you
be
don't
there
know.
in a couple hours. Be there in a couple hours.
Like how many hours?
Like 2.
Do you know what a couple means?
A couple
does
means
that
two.
does that not translate? A trio is
You can only
3.
suck a dick.
I've done that most of the day. I'm not sure why you're trying to insult me with such a notion.
All right,
You know how I am
goodbye.
with your
have
dad.
to go. Goodbye, you losers.
Bye.
Say,
We
you're
love
the
you.
most energetic fan we've had.
Kisses.
Wow, we got a phone call, you guys.
Guys, wow.
Bye,
It
Craig's
has
mom.
nothing to do with our podcasting, but hell, we'll take it anyway.
So John
That
confronts...
should not be edited out.
I agree. John confronts Thorg for being a dick back at the banquet, and Thorg gets an arrow to the peck from one of the slinges, and this only seems to make him more angry.
Let's get Stargrove ducked out of the way at the last minute, man.
And so at this...
Arrow to the Arrow to the knee.
Yes.
Fucking arrow to the knee.
At this point in the game, John has made it to the village of the Crazies, where he sees a goat tied to a pommel horse and an old dude sharpening a scythe. And he fights a slightly less old dude who has a sickle, who, when he beats the guy, cuts off his own arm?
Yeah.
I did not understand that.
You know,
Did the guy's hand get stuck behind the
He
pipe?
slams his hand into a pipe, and I guess there's either like really cold or really hot shit flowing through this fucking pipe in a city that doesn't have electrical power.
Maybe there was like some glue on it.
I would like to point out that...
or he'd seen
given
A Christmas Story.
The women I've seen in Parmesan stand, that goat was tied there not for eating. That there was a loving goat.
That's the town whore.
Speaking from experience.
The town slut.
Yeah. You dirty little
The
whore.
town slut. He also sees that Gomez Adams has been pitchforked to a wall and then is set upon by a group of elderly nuns?
So, what came first? Resident Evil 4
I love
or
that
this
scene.
movie?
Oh, I fucking love that scene.
It's like he's fighting disenfranchised homeless people they got off a bus with the promise of craft food services
Where am
as
I?
their only recompense for getting their asses kicked by a gymnast.
And we also learn that Thorg is still alive, and despite the damage to his beautiful pectoral muscle, and that he's still right behind him. And so John escapes the nuns and is beckoned to a church down the street by a man in an assless robe, undoubtedly Catholic.
But the way he escapes the nuns is so awesome.
What does he do?
Funny.
He just, it's like they're all banging on him, and he's like, I don't want to hit a woman, I don't want to hit a woman, and then someone hits him really hard or stabs him with something, and he's like, motherfucker, punch a woman, and then they all go, ah! And they screech up against the wall, and they all have faces of terror on them.
And we're
And then
missing
he's just
this
like, oh, okay.
iconic scene where there's a guy who does this very elaborately crafted face on the back of his head.
Isn't that
Still
right
in
after
the
the...
corner, arms crossed behind his back?
That's right after the Catholic robe guy.
Because
we don't see the assless.
Doesn't Thorg bite it at this point in time? Where
No,
like,
not yet.
No,
Thorg
'cause that's-
hasn't been fucked to death by pigs.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
it's the most action anyone's had in that town for years.
But
So-
yeah.
So yeah, by this point, the entire cast of pitchfork-wielding villagers from the original Frankenstein are right on John's tight little tail, and they chase him into the courtyard with the pommel horse.
Tight little tail.
John then
Obviously,
proceeds...
you're watching this movie closer than any of us.
Also, while he's pummeling, some of these farmers have, like, maces on the end of, like, they have, like, pole arms, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, not only do they have pitchforks, they have pole arms with maces on the tops, they have pole arms with, like, battle axes on the top. At any time, they could stab this fucker in the head while he's doing his seesawing horse maneuver. No.
Why a pommel horse was in the middle of this town?
We'll never know.
Yeah,
No, that's
like,
what
what function does that serve?
Well,
That was to hold the town whore to, the goat.
I do have to admit, this is kind of a Russian-themed place, right? This Parmigiani stand.
Yes.
They've got the good gymnasts out in Russia. No doubt it was a training area for underfed old people
Yes.
to learn how to spin on a pommel horse.
So John then proceeds to mop the floor with a large assortment of senior citizens, many of whom are clearly mentally enfeebled, suffer from the vapors, gout, osteoporosis, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and also really wish that their grandkids would call more often.
There's seriously not a person under 50 in this
There's
area.
probably not a person under 90.
So this is basically, this is how Natasha Kinski trained, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
fighting various homeless people with pitchforks. That's one intense
spears.
training regimen.
Why did you cut that donut up like that?
In case anyone else wanted some.
Gay with the whole cut donut thing.
Okay.
Paul, you're so thoughtful.
Well, I'm gonna
Share
eat the
your
whole fucking thing.
Your Thanksgiving feast with us. And then 2 puppies are chasing this guy, too.
Yeah. So back at... this is then followed by a slow-motion sequence where John is chased through the village, and he's just as he's about to be caught by the dogs, he climbs onto a roof, ensuring not only his own survival, but that the film will meet the 90 minutes of content the director was contractually obligated to produce.
And you notice that, like, the dogs are never with the villagers, who are never with Stargrove, and they're all just sort of spliced together slightly in this particular video.
Yeah, that was clearly a reshoot in that area. But when he gets to the top of the thing, we spend the next 30 to 45 seconds of the film listening to.
Yeah, just like this weird porno shit. And then thankfully, there is, for God's sake, a set of stairs leading up to the top of two houses that are joined by a pair of iron bars for some fucking reason.
How do you access those fucking stairs, anyways?
It's the town of the crazies.
Winchester's Mystery
I was
Town.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like half a second. That's because I'm stoned as fuck, man. That came out late.
So just as one of the Slinges is about to get him, a hand reaches down to help him onto the roof, and it's his dad.
That is the Slinja. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dressed as a Slinja.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought there was some below him, though.
No,
those were just...
His daddy Slinja was there.
Oh, okay.
Who, after surviving being shot by an arrow, dropping 500 feet into a raging river, manages to cameo for 4 minutes before. Please go ahead.
That's okay.
No. I mean, dressed as that with an arrow wound, he managed to infiltrate the Slinges and become one of them.
Which is convenient because they never take off their masks, so it's actually pretty easy to imitate a Slinja. You don't have to have any martial skills because we've seen how these fuckers fight.
And did we find out where that giant fucking blemish came from inside of his face?
That massive ass pimple he's like riding around with half the movie.
His MRSA sore?
Did someone just slap him
Yeah,
with
he
the tip
keeps
of
on
their
getting-
dick really hard and it left a nice little ring?
He keeps on getting these wounds on his face and arms, but he's never hit in the entire fucking film.
Yeah.
We don't see him get punched or slapped once.
That is the nastiest fucking wound, though. It's like an infected pussy sore.
Yeah, and it was like indented, like an indented donut. Like one of those donut head people from
It's like a pimple
Japan.
that inverted itself on his face.
Donut head people from Japan? You mean the thing where they do the injections?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a little donut on their head. I'm not trying to be racist like donut head people. I don't know what the fuck
I don't
that
think
means.
that's a slur, but that's okay.
That sounds tasty.
It's totally...
It's better to be careful.
But no,
Fucking donut heads.
There's some
very
people
bored,
in
Jesus
Japan
Christ.
inject saline in their head, so it looks like there's a little, like a round little circle there.
No, it's okay, Alan. People in Japan are really fucking bored. You can only fuck so many inanimate objects in Japan.
Yeah, you know, there's only so many squirrel girl panties that you can sniff
You see
that come out of vending machines.
You see 700,000 tentacles go into 700,000 vaginas and buttholes. You've seen them all. So back at the castle, the princess tells the love child of Mel Brooks and Troma's Lloyd Kaufman.
Hideaki, if you're listening, I apologize.
Who?
Hideaki.
Who's Hideaki?
He's a dude in Japan.
That you know?
Some guy.
He's just some guy.
Okay.
We'll say Mr. Lee or Mr. Wong. We're sorry. We're about to nail someone, right? Is that the theory there? I'm sorry. I'm struggling to follow here.
Anyway, the princess tells him that the king that Agrobeard has been keeping him prisoner in his own palace.
And then she starts stripping for some reason.
And she's wearing like a nightgown underneath it or something like that, or an evening dress.
And then she's got like a cat suit.
Yeah.
I think she is willing to do anything to her father to get her way.
Well, at that point, she thought
So
they were going to
slow.
open the tomb of Al Capone.
The tune?
The tomb.
See, we've agreed it's Mel Brooks. It's not what.
It's not Geraldo Rivera.
You guys need to take a closer look, man.
Yeah, it's like,
And so, as John is hugging his dad, Agrobeard shoots his dad in the back with an arrow, and he tells John, "Run, Johnny!"
making it the most pointless revival in history.
Yes.
Why did you bring the father back?
To immediately kill him.
And it's not like he saved him from anything. You know, Stargrove was like 2 inches below the ledge he had to pull up on to get out of this place by himself. And his daddy saved him to get shot in the back with an arrow 5 minutes later and tell him to run.
You know,
I knew our
pointless
reunion
shit.
was short-lived. I've always been disappointed in you.
You know, Mark Mothersbaugh is all about litigation.
What?
I think that
What
Devo...
did you just say?
Mark Mothersbaugh?
Mark Mothersburg is all about
Mark
Devo?
Mothersbaugh from Devo.
I wonder if they've seen this shit, man. Those are energy domes.
I didn't mention that at the beginning. That's okay.
And so John hops on a horse, and Agrobeard and his men chase him through the forest.
Sorry, did he hop on a pommel horse?
No, just a horse.
Oh.
He tried.
He should have done some crazy shit
Of
like
course.
A horse is a horse, of
Unless,
course.
that
Unless that horse is giving you a hand job.
Schlock Talk, brought to you today by
We should do Freddy Got Fingered sometimes, now that you mention it.
Lagunitas, Jose Cuervo, various opiates in the case of Alan.
You forgot Sailor Jerry's.
Sailor Jerry. There was a rum in there somewhere, but that's been finished off. I just want to point out our influences on our podcast.
In my defense, I've just had my balls snipped. So that's why I
told us it was for a vasectomy, but
So
we
coincidentally, he's legal.
Apparently, he's had lots of vasectomies.
Why are you here for your 7th one, Alan?
No, I have a note from my doctor, officer. See?
It's like that girlfriend we've all had. I'm having PMS. Okay, I'm keeping a calendar. You've had it every day this month.
Every day you've had it, I've done something incredibly stupid to piss you off. I'm starting to think maybe you're making it up.
Vasectomies, PMS.
Oh, just spit on me.
Say it, don't spray it.
Wow, sorry. Because that spittle is... I know you're not supposed to have alcohol.
Right. So both the guys get off their horses, and they're going to fight mano a mano.
Beard a beard.
And Agrobeard pulls out his sword, which curves to the left. And that's a dick joke.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the reasoning behind his sword was. It's like a farm implement.
It really wasn't intimidating. It was actually quite sad. I think he should have just put it away and did a do-over. Mulligan.
So John is able to defeat Agrobeard by using his gymnastic karate skills. Wait a minute, I just got that. Gymkata.
You can move along.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Meanwhile, the princess and the king kung fu fight their way through Agrobeard's men in the palace.
You know the ninjas are sad when Mel Brooks can kick their ass?
Right.
I mean, that's kind of lame.
They're just the fat, like, house ninjas.
Yeah. One of those ninjas was,
they're not the field ninjas.
Oh my god.
I'm divorcing myself from this podcast.
The ones picking the cotton.
And so the crowd outside kill the rest of the men, cutting off the line of 1,000 generations of the Honorable Slinja. And John rides his horse into town with his apparently immortal father. And he and the princess embrace. And the credits roll, and during which we learn that the Americans were able to set up the satellite base in Parmesan.
Oh, yeah, because that's what I was fucking worried about.
Go back to those credits, man.
Yeah, we do.
Let's take a look at all of the foreign names involved in this.
Don't you think his father would be like the 50 Cent of the Slinjas?
William, Scott,
Alice,
Ray, Jay,
Roger, Allen,
Cutters Inc. That sounds emo.
Modern.
Yeah. It says that they're filmed on location in Yugoslavia, which is about as un-ninja as you could possibly get.
Yes. Oh, this movie is based on a novel.
Yeah, we saw that too.
The Savage Game.
We were all like, oh my god.
No, it's like the worst game, right?
No, I think it was like the Savage Game.
The worst game or the bad game?
The terrible game.
The
terrible game, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, that was just a joke. That's actually what it was called.
Yes.
Somebody needs to find that book. I want to read it.
And burn it.
It was the
I'm
one
sure
book
that
the
author
Nazis
did
burned
not
that
want
were
that
like,
shout out.
We're all
I was
fine.
just reading the
We're
credits.
fine
and it was
with
like,
this.
Poe, played by Scott Williams.
And they misspelled Khan. They're like, they were title. K-H-A-N. They spelled it K-A-H-N. Sad. 1985. The first... Oh, I missed it now.
So did you guys enjoy this one?
This one was pretty good, as Craig put it.
It is the second best movie I've watched about secret agent gymnasts so far. That says a lot about this podcast, and I can say that. And it's fucking honest.
It's a genre. We found it.
If you know further movies to this genre, please write us, as Craig is not racist at gmail.com.
Something tells me there's probably some more out there.
There's got to be.
Yeah. All right.
When was the gymnast manly renaissance that these movies all came out in? Was it like a time frame? Do you know these?
Well,
was this in Starcraft or
Never Too Young came out in
1989?
86, I think, and this came out in 85. So
Wow.
there was a 1-year window.
Back when gymnasts were the shit.
Ruled the world. Did we beat Russia that year in some Olympic event and suddenly
84 it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, that must have been it right there.
All right, anybody got anything else?
Well, I don't know if this counts as an STD, but I have crabs.
Technically, that would be an STD, Paul. You are right there. Although, I wouldn't say that's definitely a schlock talk do.
It's a don't.
Yeah.
It's a don't.
He actually got crabs from crabs. That's the scary part.
First time that's ever happened
Oh.
in human history.
Well, you know, those shells are
Going
hollow.
and seeking the company of those alley-dwelling crabs, I see. 'Cause
He wanted some crustacean cunts, and that's what he got. It's just all
Crustacean cunt.
You know, I tried to fuck a lobster. They're way too expensive.
Crustacean.
And that butter. Oh.
Butter is not lube.
Especially when it's heated to that particular
Jesus Christ, Craig, are you okay over there?
Help me! I'm trying to fuck a lobster.
This boner hurts so much.
Hurts so good.
He's imagining having sex with Paula Dean right now.
So
You know
we.
what, the worst part of that, the worst part of that is the hand job that acts as kind of the foreplay. That
Yes.
sucks.
You got a hand job from a
With
lobster?
the lobster claw?
A claw job?
Surprisingly, that's what you call a hand job from Paula Dean as well.
A claw job.
Claw job.
It's $50 from her, or free if you can have somebody dressed as a black slave nearby.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, man. Shortening is the best lube.
Really?
Butter
I like
flavor.
Shortening. I like shortening now.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Considering there was not a single black person in this movie, we got super racist this episode.
This movie was fucking racist all over the place.
It's Paula Dean's fault.
Where do white people wear turbans?
Greg is dying.
You know, and
I'm
is she
dying.
really racist? I mean, butter's yellow.
It's Asian.
I don't know what that means.
No, Paul.
All right, so don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to Schlock Talk on YouTube, and send us emails at craigisnotracist at
Paula
gmail.com.
Dean is not racist. It's schlock tongue.
And follow us on Twitter at Talking Schlock.
Should we make a new email address called paulissober@gmail.com?
Paul is not sober. Maybe so. We'll get back to you on that one.